I'm sorry, but this is policy.
I understand, Colonel.
When I show you the body, you'll need to identify the person aloud, and then verify that statement with a fingerprint on the pad.
I understand. Just open it.
Okay. Case file 0983. The time is 0904 hours on the 5th day of Grieve.
No!
Mara Onshul, for the record, can you identify this body?
Matthew McCabe of Starfleet.
Hidden Frontier Productions presents Federation 1, starring Wayne Webb as Matt McCabe, Rebecca Wood as President Vindenpawl, Jacques Freydont as Kaart, Aaron Leddick as Tam Ensi, Barbara Clifford as Margaret McGowan, David O'Neill as Admiral Selek, and Heather Ashleigh as Mara Onshul. Episode 203, Obligations. Written by Eric Weaver. Directed by Andrew Foster.
Greetings and welcome to planet Vrijheid. You are now in Tantar City, Samex District. Local time is 1817 hours. Today is the 2nd of Grieve.
Pardon. Hey! Taxi! Taxi! Samex District. Wesenley Road.
Sure thing. Pardon me for prying, but what's someone in the Samex district doing taking a taxi transport? Why not just beam yourself there?
I'm not in a hurry to get home.
I thought so. Only 2 types of people use taxis around here. Usually poor folk and aliens.
I left a big mess at home.
Don't we all?
Keep telling yourself you're getting better. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it.
Doran Onshul, there is a visitor on your doorstep.
Thank you, computer. What? I can't believe you're home. Hey, come in.
Hi, brother.
Oh, let me hug you.
Oh, you're squeezing.
I never thought I'd see you again. Come in, come in.
That's an outrageous thought. We're kin. Of course we were going to see each other again.
Well, traveling safely through space isn't a given, Mara. And after everything that happened with the wedding...
I'd rather not discuss that. Trying the guitar again?
Yeah, I'm trying it out, yeah. Studies have shown that a male who can play acoustic guitar is 32% more likely to find a mate.
And no doubt it was your own software company that mounted that study.
Well, that's obvious, I think. Our fantasy holo programs appear much more credible with scientific research to back up our claim. You know, if we had a member of the Federation Science Department on staff, we'd be even more credible.
I don't think so. As much as I like to work with family, I can't do something so commercial.
Sooner or later, we all sell out.
Hey, just because I'm back on Vrijheid doesn't mean I'm going to suddenly lose my ambition.
Oh, well, of course not. Does this mean you have returned to make amends?
Amends for what?
Your marriage? Did you come back to Vrijheid with the intention of marrying Faldo?
consider me an outsider to this government, and this is true. I have been critical of the Council's past policies, but as I said when I assumed this office, we stand for freedom.
Aldebaran whiskey.
To everyday Federation citizens who harbor the simple wish of a secure future for their children.
Thanks.
We must look at where we are going. We cannot be afraid of...
She gives more speeches than the universal translator. Barkeep, 2 more rounds.
Slow down, Starfleet. I don't want the contents of your stomach becoming my bar's new decorations.
In case you didn't catch the name, it's McCabe. I can handle whiskey.
Well, you'll have to handle it somewhere else.
Come on, 2 more.
You're done. Get out of here.
Hey, don't get too comfy here, folks. Bartender wants to limit your fun. Drink maximums? It's the 24th century, people. We're better than that.
That's enough out of you, mister.
Oh, the law. Maybe you should arrest this bartender for being cheap.
I'm arresting you for public disorderliness. Time to close your tab.
Colonel, I'd like to thank you for detaining me. I'm being serious, too.
Sounds like you're still intoxicated, Mr. McCabe. You'll need to dry out overnight.
Fine. Can I ask you something?
I'm not going to edit my report. You were being an asshole.
It's not about that. It's about your daughter. About Mira. I knew her. Met her 5 years ago, after...
I know who you are, McCabe. You were the last person to see her alive. And you're the reason she's dead. I have nothing to say to you.
Faldo Kazir, there is a visitor on your doorstep.
Computer. Is it my mother?
Negative. Were it your mother, I would have indicated this in my announcement. Please read the owner's manual for more information concerning visitor announcements.
Okay.
Faldo?
Mara, you came back to me.
Can we talk?
Yes, obviously. Okay. But can we talk outside? My dwelling is very untidy at the moment.
That's fine.
You made it perfectly clear in our last communique that you no longer wanted to be with me.
My life took some unexpected turns, and I found myself looking at everything in front of me and realizing that everything behind me needed to stay there.
Why did the future's potential shine brighter than the potential of our union?
I wish I had a good answer for you.
Wish is a human word. You've been around them for too long. I'm not judging you, but the more you think like them, the more you act like them.
So what if I act more human?
Humans rationalize feelings. We cannot. That you are here tonight says everything.
Wake up, McCabe! Wake up!
Okay.
You look a lot worse than last night. Means you're a lot better.
So I can go?
In a moment. President Vindenpawl came to her funeral. She became the story. Nobody even remembers Mira, or the sacrifices she made for this city. This planet!
I remember. That's why I'm here. Her death wasn't in vain.
The hell it wasn't. You know what I got for pursuing the shooter? A demotion. I was a general in this bureau. She was a colonel, shot in cold blood by some thug working for a corrupt official. And they demoted me. They discredited me. They discredited her.
I know what Vindenpawl and the people who work for her are capable of. I'm going to stop them.
You can't stop her. The corruption is spread from the planetary officials down into the local governments. We're all corrupt. With Vindenpawl as president, the Federation's next.
Vindenpawl had Seafron assassinated so she could take his office. Help me prove it.
What do you need from me?
As I understand it, the local bureaus coordinate with planetary security during any and all off-world transports.
Well, that's right.
I need all the shipping data you have on that factory in town.
The Corzan plant, where they build the fighters.
That's the one.
I thought Saffron's pod exploded.
10 fighters from that plant were sold to someone outside Federation space, who paid for them with a Romulan adapted virus that caused his presidential pod to explode. Will you help me?
I have to. For her.
He spilled coffee all over himself. I've never seen something so stupid before.
And all this time, I thought you liked this, Commander McCabe.
He's perfectly nice, but he is a difficult person to be with.
You mean work with, right?
Yeah. What else would I mean?
Nothing. Do you remember Tormo Davidi?
From university?
Yeah, that's him. He said he might have a position in his company's R&D division opening up soon, and that he welcomes a chance to interview you.
You got me a job?
An interview.
Why'd you do that, Faldo? That was very sweet of you.
I want you to be happy, and I know that you like working for the science secretary, but you don't love it.
What makes you say that?
You are the smartest person I know. Being an assistant is beneath you. Look, do you remember that lagoon?
Yes.
Come on.
Okay. Wait. What is all this? You made a surprise picnic?
Oh, good. You're surprised?
Very much so.
This is where we first kissed. I wanted to make it a special place again.
You're not gonna shove me in the water like before, are you?
Do you want me to?
Shut up.
Shut up?
Human expression. It means no more words. I must drink you in. Will you show me what is mine?
Okay.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Now you? You didn't have to remove all your Oh! Oh!
This is better than the first time. Oh, Doran. Humans have a saying, quit while you're ahead.
I'm not anywhere near being ahead of anything at this point.
Truly awful sound you're reproducing there, brother.
I know, okay? Can you believe it's already the 4th day of grief?
I don't know. Why?
My vacation starts in 3 days. I'm going to Parlethe Island.
Parlethe Island Resort? How can you afford a trip like that? That place has a latinum bottom pool.
I've excelled at work lately.
A dubious answer.
Where are you going anyway? very busy these days. Faldo again?
Yes.
I see. Well, have fun.
You disapprove.
I don't care either way, but if you don't want to marry him, why waste each other's time?
Our relationship was more than just an engagement. He's a friend.
Who's terrified of both being transported and being alone. Look, you might have grown up together and gone to the same schools, but you don't have anything in common anymore.
You sound just like Mother right now. She used a lot of those same reasons in her excuse to leave Father.
She used it as her defense because it was the truth. I don't care if breaking it off with him made our family look bad or if it embarrassed you at all. You wanted to leave him for a reason. I respect that. But I don't understand why you want to see him now. You're not making any sense. And for you, Mara, that's a big deal.
I'm gonna be late. Taxi! Cluvat Avenue, please.
Mind giving me directions?
Matt, what the hell are you doing?
Relax. The driver's on his lunch break. I need to interrupt the plan, though. Something's come up.
Oh? Wait. You need me to be a character witness at your public disorderliness hearing.
No. Sylvain let me off with a slap on the wrist, like I said he would.
Then you must have found something out about the fighters.
There's no record of the factory making a shipment off-world.
Then who's giving the factory all its business?
The Vrijheid government. They're shipping the fighters from the plant to military installations planet-wide.
But they're spaceships. Why keep them grounded?
I don't know. But we still need access to the factory. There's a good chance the planetary shipping records were purged. So that factory is our best chance to prove somebody came to Vrijheid to retrieve fighters.
And since the Vrijheid military isn't likely to let us go anywhere near one of their bases...
Nope. You'll need to step up your part. Somebody at the factory could find out we're after those records and purge them as well. We can't trust anyone but each other, Mara.
I can't. There hasn't been enough time. I'm still rediscovering my relationship with him.
It's not that difficult. I'll help you rediscover. He was your first. He helped you discover all the things you don't want to do with your life. He never respected you and you never loved him. Now do what you promised. After that, if you want to make believe that the two of you had something, go right ahead. But don't stand in the way of justice. Here's your stop.
McCabe,
Yeah,
what makes you think I never loved him?
love doesn't need time.
Baldo Kazir, Mara Onshul is on your doorstep.
Why are you laughing?
I'm in disbelief every time I see you. You're really here.
So, I was thinking that we should go somewhere different today.
Of course. We could hike, take in a play. There's a Nimble Down performance in the park later.
What about where you work?
You want to see ship fabrication?
Don't you want me to see what gives you joy and pride?
Besides you, why not?
Unmarked headstones for security purposes. Unbelievable.
Tanalaklan, Bervies Prin.
Groundskeeper must have been drunk, said she'd be in this row.
Sulvan, Mira Anuan.
Hi. I have no idea what I should say right now. I want you to be here right now. I want to be able to talk to you. I don't think or know or even care if there was something between us. I'm not regretting a missed love or anything. I'm just sorry. If I were a better officer, maybe you'd still be alive.
She would still be alive if I had been a better man.
Colonel.
Got any more in that flask?
See for yourself.
We're a security family. That's our tradition. But Mira could have been something greater. I never pushed her away from it, though. Sometimes I even dissuaded her from her other interests. I was afraid of losing her. I trust the information I provided you was useful. Here.
Extremely useful. Thank you.
From one security officer to another. We're a brotherhood. So, what's the next step?
I need to identify who picked up the ships. I need a name. All I have are coordinates and an account number. I don't think... Well? Wait? What? You did?
Yes, I did. The next time you sleep this soundly, you won't wake up again.
Did you find your badge yet? It's getting late. Faldo.
Here I am. Sorry. It wasn't where I thought it was. It's actually my jacket, I think. Can you check the pockets for me?
Oh, okay. No, what are you doing?
Mara, my love, will you take me as your eternity? Mara, will you take me?
No. I will not.
Why not? I'm giving myself to you. Why won't you take me?
You don't offer yourself. You take away from me instead.
By giving you everything you want?
I'm sorry, Faldo. I really am.
Get out! Go back to your humans!
If you die before I get my answers, I'm going to have to do this all over again, but it's going to be Mara Onshul in that chair. You understand me, McCabe? Who tipped you off to the sale of the virus for subspace weapons? Where did this take place? When?
I won't tell you! And Onshul doesn't know!
Well, then maybe I'll just kill her for the hell of it.
What would Mira think?
Do you have any answers now? I guess neurological damage isn't tangible enough for Starfleet officers. Lesson learned. I did some research on you, McCabe. I know that you work for the President. I know that you blame yourself for some Klingon's death, that you were sexually attracted to my daughter, and that you are a Parisi Squares fanatic. And there's one thing I understood about that entirely convoluted game. Mallets and ramps, people. That's what it's all about. Mallets.
No!
And ramps.
You're drinking my wine without me?
I didn't know you were home. I thought that, with your improved odds of finding a mate, that you'd be off finding a mate.
Give me that. So what happened, sister? Was his mother there or something?
Faldo proposed to me again.
But wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is unexpected.
Odd. I should have expected as much from him.
What do you feel right now, Mara?
Regret, shame, anger, relief.
You regret denying him again?
No, I regret being in this situation again. My motives for rekindling a relationship with him were shameful, and I'm angry that he proposed to me again, and I'm relieved that I said no.
Well, why would you say yes? And sister, why were your motives for being friendly with him shameful?
He has information that I need. That's the only reason that
You used him.
Well, not exactly. I didn't get what I needed from him, so we're even.
So you're a spy now, Mara. What happened to you out in space?
I learned a lot aboard Federation 1, brother, and things aren't always as they seem, and I don't know as much as I thought I did.
I could have told you that much.
Hey! There's not much I can tell you, but I'm on Vrijheid because somehow someone was able to buy an adaptive virus off the black market and hide it from the authorities for a long time.
Vrijheid is the last place anyone would want to hide something.
Maybe.
Viruses are tricky beasts, too. An adapted virus needs its own environment to play in. Otherwise, it'll feast on operating systems. Why would Faldo know anything about an adaptive virus?
I can't tell you, brother. I'm sorry. There's too much at stake. Where's the best place to store an adaptive virus, then? I mean, the best kind of environment.
Probably a virtual one. Oh, no.
What? Doran? What's wrong?
Oh, my company's Holosoft computer cores would be perfect.
Can you access the data storage logs from the past year?
I don't need to do that, Mara. I maintained a core that housed an adaptive virus.
You? Wait, you conspired to kill the president of the United Federation of Planets.
The president? What? No, absolutely not, Mara. I had no idea what I was maintaining until you just told me what you're looking for.
That's why you got your bonus, Doran. You didn't snoop around.
What does snoop mean?
Never mind. Doran, who were you maintaining the computer core for?
What does any of this have to do with the president? I only maintained a computer core.
You did exactly what somebody wanted you to do so they could get exactly what they needed. The Federation.
What do we do?
You have to tell me everything.
Okay. Case file 0983. The time is 0904 hours on the 5th day of Grieve.
No!
Mara Onshul, for the record, can you identify this body?
Matthew McCabe of Starfleet.
If you'll just verify that statement on this pad, Mara. Thank you.
Come on, damn it. Work. Wake up, McCabe. Wake up. Matt!
You remembered, thanks.
I remembered that if you got into trouble, you'd inject yourself with a neuroparalyzer to stimulate death. Lucky you, right? By the way, you are mentally imbalanced, Matt McCabe. Bet you were right.
I often am.
Colonel Sullivan has a side job for a private security firm called Haytosh Cover.
That's who moved the fighters off-world.
And secured the virus on Vrijheid until it could be downloaded onto Saffron's diplomatic pod.
Good work, Deputy.
That's not all. I haven't told you who founded Haytosh Cover.
Security log, stardate 61985.2. I've been reinstated by Starfleet Command and assigned to my previous post as Chief of Presidential Security, effective immediately. My deputy, Mara Onshul, has resumed her duties with the Federation Science Department. I don't imagine my return to Federation 1 will be met with any more enthusiasm than my initial arrival. Well, there's always the chance I could be surprised.
Were it not for the soothing effect my favorite tea has on my biology, I would be properly thrashing you right now, Commander. Your presence here is a waste of time. Why not simply put yourself on the command track and captain a starship into oblivion?
You're not afraid I might travel back in time to prevent your birth?
I know you abhor cliches as much as I, Commander. I expect your next attempt to nullify my considerable presence will be far more clever.
Madam President, in all honesty, I'm here to do my job. I don't want to antagonize you, I only want to protect you.
Oh, so sweet. So simple.
You've taken it on the chin for the past few months. Abram Naledi, the Zenkethy, the failed education reform.
And here I thought you abandoned current events after grade school.
The point is that an unpopular president becomes an easy target, politically and physically. But no one's going to touch you, Madam President. That's a promise.
I suppose you have made worse promises. Very well. Welcome back, Commander.
You wanted to see me, Admiral?
Lieutenant Commander McCabe, I am well aware of your recent exploits. Your relationship with Commodore Shelby and her standing with the fleet has permitted such a flexibility. But I assure you that is no longer the case. Venturing to Hell's Gate made that a certainty. The only question that remains is why you requested a transfer back to this position. There is no logical reason that I can ascertain.
Permission to speak freely?
Denied. You are, however, permitted to speak honestly.
Something's coming, Admiral. Something big. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's responsible for it. I thought I knew.
I believe you allowed your prejudice towards the current administration to affect your judgment.
I agree. But my recent exploits helped me figure out what I was missing. The answer to one simple question. Why?
Why was President Saffron assassinated?
Yes.
Assassination is a tool used to disrupt power bases and instill fear in the population, making them an easier target to conquer.
I can't answer why a Federation member planet would want to conquer the Federation.
Such a notion is illogical.
But just because you and I can't answer that question, doesn't mean somebody else can't.
So, you do have new information concerning Saffron's assassination?
Possibly.
Why have you not reported this information, Commander? You are in violation of Starfleet security protocols.
I do not believe I have sufficient evidence to formally implicate a suspect at this time, Admiral.
Commander McCabe, under penalty of incarceration, I order you to reveal the name of your suspect.
President Vindenpawl's Chief of Staff, Vreed Kaart.
This episode also featured the vocal talents of Danny Petty as Doran Onshul, Michael Thompson as Faldo Kazir, Al Kingston as Colonel Danny Sullivan, Robin Hirt as taxi driver, Hitoran as bartender, Jennifer Cole as home computer, Andrew Foster as tricorder voice, and Patricia Vandermeer as transcomp voice. Main theme and music by Daniel Chan. Senior editor Michael Hudson. Editor and audio engineering David Hill. Technical advisor Jonathan Connor. Executive producers Rob Caves and Andrew Foster. Federation 1 is a Hidden Frontier production.